This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Today's video is brought to you by Raycon Everyday Earbuds. Before I get started here, tonight at 8:30 p.m., I'm going to be doing a live stream, just hanging out. If you find yourself having nothing better to do, why not spend some time with good old JD? Grab yourself a drink and let's do some live streaming. Anyway, I wanted to throw out that invite and alert you, since I don't do it very often, that I will be doing that. Today is a good day. Today we got good news on multiple fronts. Some will come in subsequent videos, but today I want to talk about in this video the report that has been released by the Atlanta grand jury. Fonnie Willis, the DA of Fulton County, has impaneled, already impaneled, I don't know, past perfect participle from anything else, but a special grand jury was impaneled. It still is impaneled. We really spent a lot of time on that. Now we're learning, I'll just get to the point here as I stumble through this, that they are recommending perjury charges based on some of the testimony that was given them before them under oath related to Donald Trump's attempts to overturn the 2020 election. You'll remember, because we've talked about it ad nauseum, the attempt to subvert American democracy, the attempt to overturn a free and fair, settled American election through a multi-pronged approach that culminated, actually didn't fully culminate during the insurrection, but that was certainly a large part of it. There was an attempt to put fake electors. There was just the general propaganda that was used, the attempt to use the Justice Department to say there was an investigation, that this was legitimate. There was all kinds of nefarious, felonious, criminal activity. A conspiracy was entered into. And this seeks to get to the bottom of it. It is not a federal investigation. It is a local investigation. But perjury charges are perjury charges. And we are going to find out exactly what took place and who lied. We don't know yet, but we're going to learn. I'm going to get to this. I'm going to read very briefly from this Axios article, just giving you the bullets, giving you the meat of what's going on. But before we do, a word from today's sponsor, Raycon Everyday Earbuds. In this world of nanotechnology and microbes, we are constantly reminded that size doesn't necessarily predict performance. Nanoparticles have long been added to sunscreen to make it more effective. And think of how big a hit COVID has been. The same inverse relationship can also be found in audio. Just because you have a giant, expensive pair of speakers or headphones, do you really think you're getting the highest quality audio? Think again. These little Raycon earbuds sound just as good as all the pricey browns out there, but they only cost half as much. With their 32-hour battery life and 8 hours of continuous playtime, my Raycons are almost always in use. Whether I'm cutting a video, chatting on a conference call, or exercising, my everyday earbuds are in and working. They pair easily and auto-pair for life with your devices. And you can walk over 30 feet away from your phone and they keep rocking. Are you ready to buy something small with a big, big impact? Click the link in the description box or go to buyraycon.com/Dollemore to get 15% off your Raycon purchase. These earbuds excel far beyond their tech specs alone. Raycon's optimized gel tips not only make them comfortable, they fit perfectly in your ears. They are super durable and built to withstand even a trip through the washing machine. Raycon also offers multiple color options so you can easily coordinate them with your wardrobe. It's time to upgrade your ears with some new gear from Raycon. 50,000 5-star reviews simply cannot be wrong. Head to buyraycon.com/Dollemore or simply click the link in the description below to go score 15% off of your Raycon purchase. Your ears will thank you. Here is your headline. Atlanta grand jury recommends perjury charges in Trump 2020 election probe. An Atlanta judge released part of a grand jury report Thursday, that's just today, just hours ago, saying jurors believed one or more witnesses committed perjury during their probe into efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Now listen, I served for a year and a half on a federal grand jury. I was on the grand jury. I voted to indict Michael Avenatti in the Orange County, California, Central District of California, I think is what it was, federal grand jury. I understand how it works, having been there week after week after week after week for a year and a half, or a year fully, and then they extended it. Them saying that they believe there was perjury isn't just, I don't like the cut of that guy's jib. I don't like how he answered those questions. I think he's lying. What happens is you have prosecutors present evidence, present text messages, present bank records, present actual information, facts. And then you have witnesses come in to ask questions about those facts. Sometimes the witnesses don't know exactly what the grand jury is privy to. So if they have facts that directly contradict the sworn testimony of a witness, that's perjury. So it's not a guess. It's not a hunch that they committed perjury. This nebulous language means they have people who lied before a grand jury after having rose their right hand. Boy, I'm all over the place with my grammar today. Put their right hand in the air and swore to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of law. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis's investigation remains a key venue in which former President Donald Trump and his allies might face criminal charges for alleged election interference and other crimes. The released pages, which include the report's introduction and conclusion, didn't reveal any names or details on recommendations for charges of election interference. The 26-member grand jury also said that after hearing extensive testimony, quote unquote, from poll workers, investigators, experts, and state officials, quote, we find by unanimous vote that no widespread fraud took place in the Georgia 2020 presidential election that could result in overturning that election. The judge decided earlier this week to release the introduction, conclusion, and a section where the grand jury discusses concerns about witnesses lying under oath after a hearing on the matter. The special grand jury asked to publicize the report, but Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis pushed to keep it secret for now to protect her investigation. She has not made known any charging decisions. Now, my question here is, and I'm going to read a quote from the county judge on that matter. I'll just read it now. The county judge who's ruling on these things said this about making it public against the wishes of the prosecutor. He said, while publication may not be convenient for the pacing of the district attorney's investigation, the compelling public interest in these proceedings and the unquestionable value and importance of the transparency require their release, Fulton County Judge Robert McBurney wrote. So this is against the wishes of Fani Willis. My question is, who lied? We don't know. They didn't say. But we know Rudy Giuliani was subpoenaed and testified. John Eastman was subpoenaed and testified. And Senator Lindsey Graham was subpoenaed and testified. It very well could be one of these dipshits who lied to the grand jury. It could very well be one of these idiots who is facing perjury charges now. We will see. I would love to know what you think. Please, let's mix it up in the comments, talk about this. We can also, I have a venue available to you to leave your voice on the record. It is 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. I would love to have you join me tonight for my live stream. It is at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time here in Washington, D.C. So if you're on the East Coast or on the West Coast, It's a great opportunity. Usually I do them at like 1 or 2 or 3, and it's like late morning for you on the West Coast. So join me. I'd love to see you. Follow me on social media. I am at Dollemore just about everywhere. And if you can, if it doesn't have to be budgeted in, if you're not on a fixed income, if it's throwaway money for you and you want to support what I do, I would very much appreciate it. You can click the join button below. If you're watching on your computer or on your phone. If you're on your TV, I don't know how it works. Probably can't do it. You'd have to go to your phone. Click the join button. For as little as $1.99, you can become a channel member and help support and produce what I do here. Or you can go over to Patreon, a much easier, smoother, and better for creators method. Patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I love you guys. I hope I see you tonight at 8:30. All this is good news. So you cynics, you realists out there can also let me know what you think. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.